Hello, 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 everyone. I am Amanda Manigault. For all my newbies who are on here tonight, I just want to welcome one and welcome all. And I want to take the time to introduce myself to those who don't know that, again, I'm Amanda Manigault. And y'all know I've been in the industry for over 40 years, absolutely over 40 years. And here I am tonight on this platform once again on this Monday night. Can't hear me. Can you guys hear me now? I'm getting a little static, I'm told. Is that better? Well, I'm going to get started. Let me know if you can hear me. I am Amanda Manigault for those who are on here for the very first time. I like to call myself Coach Amanda Manigault. And I've been in the industry for over 40 years. Most of you know that, some of you may not. And so here I am every Monday night here at 8 o'clock a.m. with the Amanda Manigault Beauty Talk Show. So what is Amanda Manigault's Beauty Talk Show, you may ask? Well, we are here because we bring information, knowledge, and empowerment to small businesses, beauty students, and beauty professionals. Absolutely. And so, what do we do with that? We teach you how to open and build your businesses, create success fast, and design the lifestyle that you've always dreamed of. So, here, all the information that we bring to this platform is basically to help you grow and help you get better and better and better and better. And that's what we're here for. So tonight, we're going to be talking about retirement. We're going to give you 5 ways to prepare for retirement. 5 ways to prepare for retirement. 5 ways to prepare for retirement. Absolutely. And we have a guest on here tonight as well that who's going to be tuning in with us. And she's going to give us some information about retirement. She's been in the industry for a very long time and she's retired now. And I'm sure she has some good stories to share with our platform tonight. And so I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And I want to make sure my lipstick is feeling kind of funny here. But anyway, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But before we get started, I want to give you a second to get comfortable because you know on my lives, I like to relax and I want you to relax. Get comfortable, take the time to like, share, tell a neighbor, tell a friend that Amanda Manigault is on the air with the Amanda Manigault Beauty Talk Show. We have some awesome information to share with you tonight. And so I'm excited about being here. I hope you're excited about being here. And we're just going to have a grand time. So, with all that being said, I just want you to make sure that you are comfortable before we get started. So, um, while you're doing all of that, giving people a few minutes to get in, because I know it takes people time to get comfortable, they get their little notifications. I just want to share a little bit about ways that you can connect with me and things that I do. There are 5 ways that you can connect with Amanda. And number one is through Amanda's Art of Cosmetology Institute. Absolutely. That is for people who are interested in getting licensed in the field of cosmetology, whether it be cosmetology, barbering, nail technician, esthetician, hair designer, hair braiding. We do it all. And our next class starts this month. So if you contact us, we'll be able to help you with that. And of course, you'll get that contact information while you're on this live tonight. That's the first way to contact me. The second way is the Amanda Manigault Salon Company. If you are looking for a job in a salon, I don't care what state you're in, what field you're interested in. If you're looking for a job in cosmetology, we can help you become employed in the field of cosmetology. So we help with job placement. That's the second way of contacting us. The third way is called Black Girl Beauty Inc. And that is a small marketing and consulting company. And that brings us here tonight. That's what we're doing tonight. This is a part of what we do. We help people open and build their businesses. And that's our marketing and consulting company. The fourth way to reach out to us is through Amanda's Advanced Training Academy. And there we teach hair braiding. We have apprenticeships. We can connect you with other salons if you're interested in becoming licensed. And you can't go to school at this time. We can help you become licensed in the field of cosmetology through salon apprenticeships. We also help you get prepared for state board. If you're on an apprenticeship and you're having trouble passing the exam, or you need to prepare for the state exam, whether it be the written or the practical, we can help you with that as well. And so, and then we do advanced training in different areas. We have programs for teachers. We have programs for students that are fresh out of school. We have a boot camp for students or people who need a refresher course. And then we have a salon owners program where we do advanced training. And we also have a cosmetology association, which we'll talk more on that tonight, on how you can become a member and join and keep up with everything that's going on in the industry. Those are 4 ways that you can contact me, and 4 ways that I can assist you in anything in the field of cosmetology. Finally, we have a ministry called Black Girl Beauty Foundation. And what that is about, that is where a foundation where we help women and girls. We inspire them, motivate them, and help them learn more about themselves, discover more about themselves. If they're interested in entrepreneurship, we have scholarships available, beauty scholarships, where we can help them get in beauty school, different things of that nature. And you can find all this information if you just go. You see my website right there called www.blackgirlbeautyinc.com. If you go to that website, you can link to any of the other platforms that we have. There's a link there where you can click on it and learn more about that. So again, we're talking about 5 ways to prepare for retirement. For those of you who are just coming in, 5 ways to prepare for retirement is what we're going to be talking about tonight. And one of those ways that we have, I'm going to dive on in. One of those ways that we have is I'm going to talk a little bit about that for a minute, because I was in the industry for over 40 years, still in the industry. And one of the reasons why this baby here, why this topic is so important to me, is because when I started in the industry, there was a lot I just didn't know, because I started in the industry very young. I was 11 years old. I started off as a hair braider on my front porch, and nobody before me. I did have 2 aunts that were in the beauty industry, but they were both out of state, in another state from me. So I wasn't able to get that, firsthand knowledge. But I will tell you this, there is a lot that I just didn't know. So I'm here today coaching and consulting because I went through the road. I walked down that road. So I'm not just talking from reading a book or from what somebody told me. I'm talking straight from experience. So all the topics that I choose to speak on in my lives, I am speaking from experience. And then I may bring in some experts here and there who may have expert experience. They may have studied it, or they may have experience as well. And so I will bring them in as well from time to time to talk about their experience or the knowledge and empowerment that they have to share with you. But this topic here is very, very crucial to your success in your business, preparing for retirement. What you don't want to do is you don't want to be all young and standing behind a chair or whatever it is that your business is, whether it's selling clothes or selling perfume or jewelry or whatever your small business is. You don't want to be working hard all your life and out here making lots of money and you don't know what to do with it. You're spending it. You're the consumer. You're constantly spending money. So tonight we're going to talk about ways that you can prepare for retirement right now, not later, but now, and ways that aren't going to cost you a lot of money, but just learning the secrets to success to prepare you for retirement. So, with that being said, I wanted to talk a little bit about how we make money, but we just don't know what to do with that money. And so, that's one of the things that I wanted to mention, and how money, how our money is used, because a lot of times when we're going through our day-to-day life and we're making money, if you don't have a plan in place, if you don't have certain things in place, then you're going to wake up one day and it's never too late. Oh God, help me. I don't know what happened there. It's never too late. I will say that. But you want to get started as soon as possible. So everything that I'm going to share with you tonight is about getting started now on your plan and not waiting until you don't have a lot of time to prepare. And again, I'm talking from experience. We're talking about 5 ways to prepare uh, for retirement. Y'all know I don't believe in sugarcoating anything. So since we've been on our live, and this is episode 5, I've been very straightforward with you about I've been very straightforward with you about everything that we're talking about. So basically, I will be straightforward with you tonight. And so the things that we're talking about, I want you to get in place if you don't already have these things in place. We want to expose you to this information. Many of us have to take care of our parents or our grandparents when they get a certain age, or family members when they get a certain age. So we're not always given this information up front. But this is 2021, you guys. It's not like we're still living in 1995 where knowledge wasn't available to us, where resources wasn't available to us. All the information we need now is available to us. So I want to make sure that we are not left in the dark, or we're not blind to what's available to us and the information that's available to us. So that's basically what we're talking. So we're going to start with number one. Number one is about savings. And I will say this, the things that we're talking about tonight are the basic things. We're not getting into investments and real estate and those things. Those are definitely ways that you can prepare for retirement. But no, we're going to start with the basics tonight, the very basic things, because once you get the basic things down, everything else is going to come, everything. So I want to get those basic things that could put you out of business, basic things that when the storm comes, if you don't have these things in place, you're in trouble. Those are the things that I am going to touch on tonight about retirement. And then maybe my guest will come in and she may have some additional things to talk about. So I'm going to be very basic. Basic as in a savings account, y'all. Many of us may not even have a savings account. We're working from day to day, making money behind the chair, and we're not putting anything aside. Well, you want to have either a savings account, an IRA, something that's going to grow your money, something that's going to accumulate some interest for you, something that the bank is going to insure for you and make sure that your money is protected, that your money is not just sitting in the bank and is not growing any interest, or sitting in your house like they used to do it in the old days and hide it under their mattress or hide it in a closet or under the rug. We are past those days, you guys. I want you guys to be smart. I want you to be prepared. I want you to be way more successful than our forefathers were, and even than I was, because God knows I made a lot of mistakes, which is why I'm able to sit here today and talk to you. So I'm not talking to you because I just walked the right road. No, I'm talking to you because I fell in some holes. I fell in some ditches. And the reason why I can talk about this is because I was able to get my way out of that, get up and keep going. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. So if you don't have these things in order, you have time now to get these things in order. So I'm talking about savings, IRA, stock, building your portfolio so that it can gain interest, and setting up that savings account, setting up that IRA. And not just that, you want to have an account called an emergency fund. What is that, Amanda? An emergency fund is one of those accounts that you have for when your car break down and you need a new car and you got to put down a large down payment on that car, or your roof just caved in on your house, or a storm came and hit you and you need $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 immediately. Because if you don't have that emergency account in place, what happens, y'all? What happens is you got to dig into your income that's coming in now, and that's how you fall into ditches and how you fall into holes, because you don't have a backup plan. You don't have nothing sitting to the side for when those emergencies arise. Remember, I'm talking to you about 5 ways to prepare for retirement, and we're starting out with the basics of planning for retirement. And how is this important for retirement? Because if you don't have those emergency savings accounts in place, then what happens is when that storm comes, just like I just said, when that storm comes, it will affect the way you do business. You may have payroll, you may have expenses in place, but when that storm comes and you don't have that money sitting to the side, you will dig into your current income, and then it's like a rolling effect. It will begin to affect everything that comes thereafter. When the mortgage is due or when the rent is due, then something is going to fall short because you didn't have that emergency savings account. And then you need to have at least 6 to 12 months expense account sitting. What is that, Amanda? That means if your bills is $5,000 a month, that means you need to have that times 6 or times 12 sitting in a savings account that you do not touch. Remember, I'm talking to my younger generation now, the people who are just getting into the industry, who need to know these things before you get started and before you start spending money, because we like to count our money as it comes in, and really it's not your money, because there's so many things that you need to take care of, and that you have to take care of. So basically what I'm saying to you is have that savings account, that emergency savings account, and then you need to have that 6 months expense account. Another type of account I recommend to people is to have a holiday account. What is that? A holiday account is every time Christmas comes, how much money are you spending? $2,000, $3,000, I don't know. But whatever you're spending, basically, it's coming out of your income. You know the holidays are coming. You know you want to buy gifts and presents for your loved ones. So why not prepare for that in advance and have a savings account specifically set up for that? So if you have that account set up for that, that's not affecting your income. I'm giving you just some ideas and some suggestions to use as you go along, that's going to help make your life easier and make your business run a whole lot smoother. Because when you're dipping and dabbing in your finances that's coming in, you're affecting the way you do business. And we're talking about preparing for retirement, ways to prepare for retirement. Having these things in place will help you prepare for retirement. And I'm going to hit on a couple other things, but those are some of the accounts that I recommend that you set up in, whether in a savings account or IRA or mutual fund, some type of money that you're setting aside so that you are preparing for your future. Another way, my second point that I like to make is develop a spending plan. I know we like to say the word budget, and a lot of us don't like to use the word budget, but having a spending plan or a budget in place, I'm going to spend, this is my spending money that I'm going to spend on the weekends. This is how much I spend on my clothes every month. You got to have that plan in place, because if you don't have a plan to succeed, what happens? You will have a plan to fail. So I want you to have that plan to succeed, because you know you really don't have to have a plan to fail. It just happens. So when I talk about that spending plan, I'm talking about stop being the consumer. I know some people that every time I turn around, they got to have this pair of name brand and that pair of name brand, this pocketbook and these name brand shoes and that name brand shoes. And every time you turn around, they're shopping, 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 shopping. They even get to the point where they're in a salon all day, and their friends or whoever they do business with, they come in their place of business and they sell to you in your salon. And not only do they sell to you, but they are selling to your staff. They are selling to your customers. You are allowing money to walk out of your business, when that's something I'm going to touch on in another one of my points about preparing for retirement, ways that you can save money that you're not doing now. So I want to say, stop being a consumer. Prioritize how and what you spend your money on. How are you spending your money? What are you spending your money on? These are the things that you want to be conscious of about how you're spending your money in order to help you prepare for retirement. It's all about preparing for retirement. And these little things might seem like they're not important, but when you get down to the nitty gritty and you start wanting to put money aside, you have to count every penny, and you have to know what you're capable of and how you're capable of spending that money. My third point is very important as well. Insurance. Making sure that you have the proper insurance, whether it's personal insurance or whether it's business insurance. And as a stylist, I have to say this, as a stylist, what do you use the most? What do you use the most? You use these hands, right? You need to have your hands insured. You use your feet, right? You need to have your feet insured. I'm talking to my young entrepreneurs who's just getting started in the industry and who's not aware of all of these things. And they're thinking, oh, well, I make $5,000 a week. Well, if you make $5,000 a week, you should not be spending $4,000 a week. You should not be spending $3,000 a week. You're really not making $5,000 a week. There are some important things that you need to have in place in order to prepare for your future, because one day, that day is going to come for all of us. One day you're not going to want to stand behind that chair. One day you might not be able to stand behind that chair. Whatever the circumstances are, you want to be prepared for retirement, whatever the circumstances are. So I gave you 3 points. Number one, we talked about savings, having a savings account in place. We talked about developing a spending plan. And then we talked about insurance. Now I want you to take the time, because there are some people who's just coming in. So I want you to take the time to like, share, share. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. Just take your time to call a neighbor, call a friend, let them know that Amanda Manigault is on the air. If you're not in the beauty industry, that's okay, because all the information that we share is for small business owners as well. You have to retire too, right? But if you are not in the beauty industry, guess what? You got a family member in the beauty industry. You got a loved one in the beauty industry. Don't you go to the beauty shop or the barber shop or the nail shop or somewhere to get beauty services? Share it with your professional so that they can grow. Again, I'm Amanda Manigault, and I'm here at the Amanda Manigault Beauty Talk Show. And we're here every Monday night at 8 o'clock. Unless it's a holiday, y'all. Y'all know I don't do holidays anymore. So we're talking about preparing for retirement. I want to welcome all the guests who just tuned in, all the ones who are just tuning into our live, welcome, welcome, and welcome again. And for those of you who have questions or comments, please put them in the comments. We have a gift that we're going to give away tonight from Uniquia's Live on Thursday night. And I also go through my comments and my likes and my shares. And I also will give another gift out next week based on the comments that are in questions or comments or shares that's in the comments here tonight. So take the time to comment. If you have questions, post them in the comments and we will get to you. I promise you, I read all my comments and I read it all. So take the time to comment in there. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to, before I bring my guests on, I just wanted to, we talked about networking a little bit, and my guest, I happened to run into her at the post office. And when I ran into her, we just started chatting. We was in line, waiting in line, and we started chatting and discovered that both of us had been in the industry. And so I find that to be amazing. And one of the things I love about the beauty industry is normally you can spot a professional cosmetologist a mile away. I promise you, it's something about us in the beauty industry that we just blend and we know each other. It's like we've been knowing each other forever. But come to find out, when I ran into her and we began to converse, she had been to my beauty school before. So she knew of my school. That's why you have to be very careful, people, of how you present yourself out in public and how you talk about what you do or how you carry yourself, because you never know, number one, who's watching you. You never know who even know you. So I want to take this time right now and bring on my guest, and I'm going to let her introduce herself. She has a lot to share with you about retirement. Her name is Stephanie Williams. So Stephanie, I am going to bring you right on here, and you can introduce yourself and tell our guests a little bit about you and all the good stuff. I can't hear you. I'm mute. You muted? 1 second here, Stephanie, because I can't hear you. Is your screen muted? Okay. So are you back? Can you? Yeah, I still can't hear you. You're not muted on my screen.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I am well, thank you. And yourself?
Hi, I am well. I am well. And thank you for
Awesome.
inviting me on.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Can you tell our guests who you are, where you're from, a little bit about you, and everything that you've done in the beauty industry?
Yes, my name is Stephanie Williams. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. I've been in the beauty industry 27 years.
Wow.
Here's my passion. I graduated from Price High School, and also I got a certificate and a degree to college to school. Graduated from the beauty college, and I went into the industry. I think we cut off. Hello? Hello? What happened? Hello? Can you hear me? You hear me? Okay. So I continued my education at
I'm sorry, I
Minosa.
have muted my screen. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I continued my education for beauty school at Minosa, located off of Northside Drive now, where they have, the big dome, the Mercedes-Benz dome. So I went on ahead and did my education for beauty college then. And I pursued college for beauty school. And I continued for 27 years. So now I am retired. And I love doing hair. And to the beauty industry and to those who going to school, who have been to school, I'm now here to tell you more about, the schooling and going to the industry. And when you're done and retired, I just want to, furthering your education. And once you're done and after finishing and retiring. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Okay, so what can you share with with our audience? What can you share with them about retirement? That's what our subject. We're talking about 5 ways to prepare for retirement. And I know you said you're retired. So what can you share with our audience about that subject tonight?
Okay, I think you spoke a lot of what I was going to say, but number one, save about 30% of your profit. I will speak on saving 30% of your profit. Hello?
I'm sorry. Was that a question? I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Number one question what I would do after retirement, number one thing that I would do is to save my income. I would save about 30% of my profit and put into my savings account and just let it invest, for my retirement later on for the future. That's what I would do for my number one question.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, her question actually, what she just said actually brings me to my number 4 point, which is called pay yourself first. I was taught when I was younger that you should always pay yourself first. At least 20% of your income should go into the savings account. So basically what I teach myself now is I don't want to just save 20%, because when I really sat down and thought about it, I mean, why do I need to spend 60% of my income? I feel like I could live off of 40% of my income and save 60% of my income. I really do, especially depending on what you're making. And then to touch on that a little bit, I've learned that having success is not all about how much money you make, but it's more so about how much money you save. Because if I'm making $100,000 a year and I'm only saving, and I'm not saving any of that, but you're making $50,000 a year and you're saving 30% of your income, like she said, technically you're making more money than I'm making, because my money is going to the waste and your money is being saved. So it's really all about saving. That was a very good point. And so, what would be your suggestion to this younger generation coming up? You said save 30%, but what type of advice? Because it's easy for us to say that. When we was young, I don't know about you, but I wasn't saving 30%. I wanted to save 30%. I talked about saving 30%, but I didn't save it. So what about what's your suggestion on that?
And neither was I at that time.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Okay, my suggestion for the younger generation is um and money. Okay, my suggestion, mind how to take your money straight and and don't get all your money out. Just always leave, at least 40% of your money, 30% of your money, and just don't touch that money. I learned from my experience today is pay yourself and put that money in the savings and just invest, for the near future. I would just save my money, Don't wait on the person to come in the salon that's selling the shoes, the
Mhm.
purses, like me. You know, I sell purses, and I am one of those persons that
Oh,
does walk into the salon that you was talking about. I am one of those people. So,
yes,
you
I
know, they
forgot
come
about that.
in, don't be, you know, so quick to spend money. That's what I want to say.
So okay, so here's my question to you then. Let me throw this question at you because you're on the opposite side now. You
Yes.
used to be in the salon
Yes.
doing the hair, standing behind the chair, and now you're the one going into the salon selling your jewelry and your products.
Yes,
So
I am.
now, so being on the opposite side of that, I have to say this because this is one of the things that I share with my professionals. When you're in the salon, you can't be buying everything from everybody that comes in your salon. And you're probably a perfect example of, that you have firsthand experience on that.
You have firsthand. You have firsthand. And when I walk in, they look, and sometimes they tell me, please, please don't show me any purses. Please, you know.
Wow. Are you serious? So
Yes,
they're getting better.
they're getting
Okay.
better. So now I target the customers and not the employees.
Okay, so you talk to the customers too. So I'm gonna touch on that too. That's another one of my points that I'm gonna touch on as well because I think that's crucial. And it's
Okay.
definitely, you already know it's important, but we're talking to the younger generation coming up, and I want them to get it early. I want them to get it now while they're young so
Yes.
that they can save that money, because if they focus on the pay yourself first plan, they could be millionaires before they even hit 30, 35 years old if they treat themselves right and pay themselves first. So you
Yes.
talked about that, and I wanted to share that also another thing they need to do is pay off their debt. Do not
Okay.
create all this debt. That's a part of pay yourself first, because if you are putting up 20 or 30% of your income, but you still got all this debt over here, and you're paying out all of this unnecessary money, then really you're still not saving.
No, you're
So you
not.
don't want, yeah, you can't have all this debt sitting over here. You want to pay this debt down. So you want to create a plan, you guys. And that's where Amanda Manigault comes in at. That's where the coaching comes in at. Having someone to hold you accountable and help you write out a plan on how can I get this debt out the way, create a plan, create a savings. And for those of you who are just tuning in, I'm Amanda Manigault, and tonight we're talking about 5 ways to prepare for retirement. If you just coming in, hit the like button, put some comments in the chat box here, and we will get to your comments and questions later on. If we don't get to it tonight, we will definitely get to it later. We always choose a guest in our comments who shared or left a comment that we like to bless them with a very special gift. So please take the time to do that. Tonight we have a very special gift. Miss Stephanie Williams came on tonight. She is retired from the beauty industry, but yet she sells jewelry and products, and she goes in the beauty salon. So she just happened to be on both sides of our conversation tonight, because I wanted to share to you guys, get rid of all those bills that you have with those high interest rates as well. If your car has a high interest rate, if your house has a high interest rate, modify that loan, get those interest rates down. And once you get that house note down, guess what? In another year, modify it again, get it down a little bit lower. Keep doing what you got to do till you get those interest rates lower, or get rid of it and get something less expensive with a lower interest rate. Same thing with the vehicle. If you have a car, maybe you were in a situation and your credit got messed up or something, and you ended up with a high interest rate. That's okay. Guess what? It happens. But once you've had that car for a year or 2 years and you've made your payments consistently, call and get a modification. Go with a different bank, modify that loan, or refinance that car, or whatever you have to do to get that interest rate lower and get those payments lowered, or whatever you have to do. Because if you got high interest rates, you guys, and you got a lot of debt, it is hard to save. And if you're not saving, guess what? You are not preparing for retirement. You are not preparing for retirement. So another thing I wanted to talk about for those of you who are just tuning in, I'm Amanda Manigault, and we have our guest Stephanie Williams on with us tonight, who's talking about her experience in the beauty industry and her experience now on the outside, now looking in, going into the salon, selling her products. So speaking of that, my number 5 I wanted to talk about was additional streams of income. So Stephanie, you fit into this category as well. How long have you been selling your jewelry?
I've been selling my products and I also sell purses
Purses and
now
jewelry.
for about 10 years.
So did you start doing this while you were in the salon, or is this something you picked up after you retired?
After retirement, I just wanted something to do.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you wanted something to do after retirement. So one of
After
the things I wanted to share with my audience tonight is another way to prepare for retirement is having additional streams of income. What can you do with that income? You can take that money and you don't have to spend that money. You can take that money, whether it's jewelry, whether it's pocketbooks, whether it's hats, and you could put that money directly into your savings account. And that could be another way of preparing for retirement. For all my stylists who are in the salon by themselves, most people who are in the salon by themselves, they love working by themselves. They don't want to be in the salon with all the drama and all the loud noise, and they just like the one-on-one with their customers. That's all good and dandy. But tonight we're talking about 5 ways to prepare for retirement. And I want to give you a very good way, one of my secret ways of preparing for retirement. If you are in a salon by yourself and you decide to hire someone else, whether it's commission, whether it's booth rental, whatever it is, you bring somebody, let's just say you bring one more person in there. And let's just say that one person, because you can be particular about who you bring in your salon. So you can get one person who has a similar personality that you have. You bring that one person in there, and your booth might be $150 a week, or your booth might be, or you may just have them on commission, however you decide to do it, whatever your state requirements are. But let's just say you did booth rental you just rented out a booth for $150 a week. That is what? 300 every 2 weeks, which is $600 a month, right? That is an additional $600 a month that you can take and put in your retirement account. You can send it straight to a 401. You can send it straight to your IRA. You can send it straight to an interest bearing account that's accumulating money, that's making money on top of money. I'm talking about different streams of income, 5 ways to prepare for retirement. And now we're talking about different streams of income and ways that you can make additional money. When I was younger, I learned from a friend of mine who had these bubblegum machines. And he had these little, you know how you go in the mall and you see these bubblegum machines in the mall, and you wonder why these bubblegum machines are in the mall. The bubblegum costs 25 cents and you get 2 pieces of bubblegum or whatever. Probably 1 piece of bubblegum now because it's 2021. But he told me that bubblegum machine, that money that he uses off those machines goes into his kids' college fund. So let's just say that bubblegum machine only brings in $20 a month. $20 a month times 12 months, do the math. 12 times 10 years, do the math. In 10 years, if you have your money sitting in the right account, if your money is sitting in the right account in 10 years, it's going to double. It should double. So if that money doubles, then that's how much money your daughter or your son or your grandchild has in their savings account, or that's how much money you have in your retirement account times 2. And let's just say another 10 years went by. You have the money that you already made plus this extra money that's going in this account. And in another 10 years, it's going to double again. Let's just say you only 20, you started at 20. So now you're 40 years old and you got this money sitting in this bank account. This is what I'm talking about when I say pay yourself first And this is what I'm talking about when I say planning for your retirement. So Shirley, what else can you share with them about that? About, I don't know what you do with the money that you make, or if you're doing that for fun, but what can you share with them about having that extra stream of income and sitting that money to the side?
Hold on one second. Sorry.
Okay. So I'll come back to that. So
Ready.
what, oh, you ready?
Okay. Can you repeat that? I had to.
What can you have a jewelry business. You said you started it right before you retired, right?
Purses.
So
Purses.
your purse is right before you retire.
Mm-hmm.
So is that something that you thought about doing just for extra money, for your little play money or whatever while you're retired? Or is there a thought or something that you could share with the audience? We're talking to our younger generation now on
Mm-hmm.
ways that they can make additional income, other streams of income to just put aside to prepare for retirement. What are your thoughts on that? And what can you share with them?
Mm, I was just trying to explore and
Mm-hmm.
see how could I make other means of income
Okay.
after retiring.
Mm-hmm.
So I just tried purses because I know ladies like to look good,
Mm-hmm.
their hair done, and they also like fashion.
Right.
So I got into doing purses, and then I said I'll just try the salon. So when I go in there, and now that I make the extra money with the purses, it's just extra residual income that I have. But that's when you kind of need now to be taught how to save and build my money.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. And absolutely. And that's where I come in at. And speaking of that, for those of you who have just tuned in, I'm Amanda Manigault. I am Coach Amanda Manigault. And I am here. We're here every Monday night at 8 o'clock, giving you a different topic on how to open and build your businesses. We focus on small businesses. Focus on beauty students and beauty professionals. Tonight, we're specifically talking to our younger generation, those who are getting started. I want to get you before you get in trouble. I want to get you before you start doing things the wrong way. I want to get you before you get in this salon around these elderly stylists and start picking up these bad habits. I'm Amanda Manigault. I want to help you put a plan in place to be successful. And I want you to have, as a part of your success plan, I want you to have a retirement plan. So for those of you who are not familiar, you can go to www. I will put that in the caption that you can go to www.blackgirlbeauty.com. I'm sorry, blackgirlbeautyinc.com. And on that page, there should be a link on there that says if you want more information, you can click on learn more information. There's also a coupon on there. I have a coupon. Normally, my membership fee is $350 per year. Per year, and that will give you 12 months, a whole year with Amanda Manigault. And I can walk you step by step. We do a lot of things online, and I can walk you and teach you how to open and build that business. And right now, tonight, for 24 hours, I'm running a special. There's a coupon on there for half off, a 50% coupon, that where you can sign up tonight, right now. You can click on that link and sign up for $175 to have 12 months with Amanda. And I can walk you step by step on how to set up your plan, from marketing your business, from building your business to opening your business, all of that good stuff. Every month we have a different topic, and we're teaching a different topic on how to build that business. So I help you build that business brick by brick. So if you have questions, I'm at your beck and call. So if you go to my website, www.blackgirlbeautyinc.com, and sign up tonight, you got 24 hours to get it for that price. And $175, y'all, that's not even $15 a month. $15 a month to have someone with over 40 years of experience walk you through the process and show you how to build this business and how to be successful. Also, if you're on Facebook, you can go to beauty salons that are rising. Beauty salons that are rising is a free Facebook group. And in that group, I post information. I give you different ideas and suggestions. We do beauty tips. We do different types of things. There's other people who are in this group. We're building that group. It's a new group. So we're building that group. And if you have questions, you can post in there, ask Amanda. If I can't answer it or I don't get to it during the week, I will answer the question here on the live. And that's that's beauty salons that are rising. And you can go on there on the Facebook page. So again, we're talking about 5 ways to prepare for retirement is what we're talking about tonight. And all the ways that we have given them, we started off with number 1, which was opening up that savings account or that IRA for those who came in late, getting that savings account done, an account that's going to draw interest, at least a 10% interest bearing account, putting your money in a bank that's insured, making sure that your money is insured and allowing it to gain interest, making sure that you have an emergency account set up for things that will happen, because things will happen. If you're living in this world we're living in, you know things are going to happen. You have to have money sitting so that you are prepared. Having a 6 to 12 month savings account set aside for your expenses. So what is that for? If you lose your job, if a pandemic comes, you're not panicking. You got monies that you got sitting that's going to carry you for the next 6 to 12 months. Money that if something happens, you can grab it immediately. If the house fall apart, if your car got wrecked, or even though you might have that car insurance, sometimes you need that extra money. Your child might be getting married. Anything might happen and you need that extra money and you got to grab it, and you don't want, because the money that you're putting in that savings account, you cannot touch that money. So that means if your mama call you, if your sister call you, if somebody call you and tell you their problems, you cannot touch that money. This money is set aside for your future. And you're going to have money sitting aside for things, emergencies, or you could have a funding account. I like to call it a building fund account. So if you plan on buying you a new building or something in a couple years, you can have that account sitting and that money is sitting. I like to have account called a fundraiser account. So you can constantly do fundraisers to raise money to do what you got to do. There are ways to be successful in different ways to prepare for retirement so that you are not dipping and dabbing in the money that you're making on a daily basis. You got that plan in place to prepare for this. You got to have that emergency account, that funding account, that 6-month expense account, and that holiday account. Y'all know the holidays get you in trouble. Thanksgiving coming, you want to prepare for that big old holiday meal and all of that stuff, and it gets you in trouble. You spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for the holidays, and it's gone with the blinking of an eye, and then you broke. And in the month of January, you trying to figure out, how am I going to get back on my feet? That's what you like to say. Well, you should have never fell off your feet. Y'all know I'm Amanda Manigault, and I'm gonna tell you like it is now. You should not have fell off your feet just because it was Christmas. You spent all your savings account on Christmas. Get you a holiday savings account, you guys, so that you have that account in place so that when the holidays come, you spend that money. If you only got $2,000 sitting in that account, guess what? That's all you need to spend for Christmas. If somebody wants more than that, they don't have it. I'm sorry. What are your thoughts?
Thank you, Amanda. I needed to hear that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You got to have that money sitting aside, you guys. We have to be more disciplined. This is 2021. We are not living in 1985 no more. We are educated people. We are smart people. We have to do this the right way. And I told you guys, I'm coming to you straightforward. I'm not beating around the bush. Why? Because I fell on my face and I had to get back up. But see, the good part about it, I wasn't going to stay on my face. And when I got off of my face, guess what? I had to get up and I had to learn the right way of doing things. I had to create a plan for retirement. So guess what? I'm retired, y'all. I don't stand behind the chair no more. And guess what? I worked hard for that. I'm proud to say that. I'm retired from behind the chair, but I will never retire from the beauty industry because there's so much to do, y'all. And I got so much to share with y'all. And the best part about it is I'm passionate about doing that. I am very passionate about helping others open and build their businesses through my experiences and the success and even my failures. My failures is going to help you get where you got to get because I can show you how to do it right. I can help you avoid the ditches and the holes that I fell in. And that's what I'm here for, y'all. That's why I call myself the beauty coach, the Black girl beauty coach, because I'm here. And Black girl beauty means I specialize in the colored girls and a lot of the services that I offer. But I help anybody, I don't care what color you are. If you need my services, go to Black Girl Beauty Inc.com, and I'm here to help you. So we talked about savings account. I got to get back to this before. Stephanie, is there something you want to touch on that one before I go back and let them know about the next one?
No.
Okay. Number 2, we talked about developing a spending plan. We touched on that. Developing a spending plan for those who wasn't here earlier to catch that. Create a plan. If you don't have a plan to succeed, guess what, y'all? You'll have a plan to fail. You already know that. And you don't really have to have a plan to fail. Guess what happens? Because you didn't have a plan to succeed. So I'm giving you these points so that you can have a plan to succeed. Don't get caught in the storm and not have a plan. Okay? The third one was insurance. Have insurance on your hand. Stephanie, speak on that a little bit because you talked to me about that a little bit.
Yes, my experience.
Yes. What was your experience with the insurance as far as having insurance maybe on your hands? I don't know what,
Yeah,
can you share your story?
yeah, my story was doing hair for 27 years. I only took out income tax maybe 10 years. So
Mm-hmm.
what happened, I did hair and the chemicals affect my
Mm-hmm.
lungs. And I got
Wow.
sick doing hair. So I had to retire. I was forced to retire after 27 years. But my experience to the young ladies and whoever going to the industry is first experience, wear a mask. Right now, today, we're wearing a mask because of it, but wear a mask
Right.
because of my experience. The chemicals affect my lungs. So
Wow.
I advise anybody in the hair industry, from my experience, is to wear a mask because you can get chronic lung, pulmonary, asthma, all of those different health issues. But my experience as far as, not paying into taxes and not having insurance, it affect me in the long run. So having insurance, when, like she say, in your near future, it will help you when you get ready to retire. Had I had the proper insurance, I will be set for life,
So what is the
like
proper
financial.
insurance? Is there anything specific that they need? Because when you go to get this insurance, if you don't really know what to ask for, they may not really tell you. Is there anything specific they need to ask for?
Well, paying into your um paying into your taxes, number one. That is
Okay.
important because if you have to retire, they look at your amount of money that you have invested in.
Okay, so I don't want to cut you off, but let me just say this one point that I wanted to make tonight. Because
Mm-hmm,
we're talking about 5 ways to prepare for retirement. But I
mm-hmm.
also wanted to tap in what she just said, paying your taxes, you guys. When this pandemic hit, people went crazy in the beauty industry because a lot of people didn't pay their taxes, so they couldn't even go get unemployment. They couldn't even apply for some of the benefits. I know some people that was in the industry for 20 and 30 years, standing behind a chair, working hard, and couldn't even apply for unemployment because they weren't paying their taxes. Let me tell y'all something. We make good money in this industry. There is no reason why you don't report your income. Because see, let me tell you, a lot of y'all want to sit at the table. Y'all want to sit at the table with the big shots, but you don't want to pay your taxes and you don't want to report your income. You can't sit at the table if you don't report your income, because sitting at the table means you got to make a certain amount of money to sit at the table. These people aren't just inviting everybody to sit at the table. So if you want to sit at the table, the first thing they're going to do is pull up your income. If you say, I've been in the business for 40 years, do you have 40 years worth of taxes that they could pull up, or at least see that you've been in business for 40 years? You're saying you've been in business for 40 years, but you don't have anything to show for it. So this, again, I keep stressing, we are living in 2021. You can't keep doing today what you did 10 and 15 years ago. We're more knowledgeable now. We're wiser now. There's more resources available now. Social media is here now. We have everything we need to be successful. Report your income. Report your income. It's worth it. Make yourself count. Make it matter. Don't shortchange yourself, because when you do things the wrong way, the only person, and I'm telling you, I'm a witness, the only person you're hurting is you. That's the only person you're hurting.
Yes.
And so we talked about insurance. Yep. And we talked about pay yourself first. You owe it to yourself. Do not be standing behind that chair for 20 and 30 years and you don't have no retirement sitting. Don't do it. Put that money up. Pay yourself first, anywhere from 20 to 40%. Right now, I pay myself 60% of my income, because I feel like, hey, I lost some years. There are some years that I didn't do what I was supposed to do, and now I'm reaping those. I'm paying. I'm suffering for that now. So I'm trying to tell all my young people, pay yourself first. Anywhere between 20 to 40. And if you could do 60, that sounds good. But you probably can't do 60 at your age, but you never say never. You can do whatever you want to do if you put your mind to it. But the bottom line is pay yourself first. We talked about that. And then we talked about additional streams of income. I'm talking about additional streams of income that you're sending straight to your savings account. You could be selling sodas. Why are you letting these people come in your salon? No knock on you, Stephanie, because I don't know what type of arrangement you have with the people you do business with. Maybe you give them a percentage. I don't know, but I'm being honest right now. If anybody come in my salon trying to sell stuff, I'm getting a cut. And if I'm not getting a cut, you can't come in the door, because that cut, you guys, can go towards your retirement. That you're paying rent on a building, or you're buying a building. Why are you allowing people to come in your place of business and sell products and services, and they're not giving you a cut?
Excuse me.
Should be, go ahead.
Make me pay a certain percent.
Oh, say that again.
There are salons, when I make a sale, I have to pay them a certain percent of my cut.
Thank you. Thank you. Now I appreciate that.
Yes.
That's the way it's supposed to do. I'm going to throw something at y'all, and y'all can take it how you want to take it. I might have some of my Caucasian friends on here, but they know I come straight forward.
Yeah.
You do not go in J.C. Penney's, in those beauty salons, and sell you don't see nobody walking in there selling products.
Yes.
You are not going to go in Fantastic Sam's. You're not going to Outlooks for hair, and you see people walking in there selling jewelry and pocketbooks. No, what they're doing is they're teaching their stylists how to sell retail. And that's something that I didn't mention. If you're not retailing in your salon right now, that's a shame. And I'm going to say that to you on every live I do. That's a shame. There's no reason why you're not retailing, even if you don't have your own product line, because it's not about your own. You don't have to do your own. You might not be ready to get your own product line. There are plenty of companies out there whose products you can retail and they will pay you a percentage. The Amanda Manigault company, you guys, we have our own product line, and I'm going to share that with you briefly. We have our own product line. If you're interested in retailing products, you can retail our products in your salon and receive a percentage. We have the best products in the world, you guys, and we will educate you on these products. So get with, and if you don't get with us, there are other companies out there. And by becoming a member of our association, I almost bit my tongue, you will learn about other companies. You will be able to network. If you need insurance, we have people in our group who we will refer you to. If you need health insurance, life insurance, if you need specific things that you need for your business to grow your business, we're creating our own network. And that's what the membership is all about. These are the things that you will have exposure to. What you're hearing now is just a touch of it. We can't do it all in an hour. And in fact, our hour is up already tonight. But we can't do it all in an hour. You have to join the group, join the membership, get a membership so that you can learn more and you have this stuff whenever you need it. You're able to contact us whenever you have a question and it gets answered. You got everything you need is right there on the platform. You will have immediate access to our platform where you'll get information and you'll see everything that you need to see. You'll be in our database, in our directory. Your business will be in our directory. There are different things that you have to learn. So once you contact me, I will send you all the information that you need. If you're not able to sign up tonight, click on that button and it will show you how to learn. If you want to learn more information or you have questions, but if you go to our website and click on membership, also some of the information is there. You'll be able to see how you can become a member and the different membership groups we have. But if nothing else, join Beauty Salons That Are Rising. That's a free group with free information where you can be engaged with other stylists or other small businesses, and we can help one another. So tonight, don't forget to visit the website www.blackgirlbeautyinc.com. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for joining us tonight.
You're welcome.
We really appreciate it. And you and I will connect because guess what? You got a new coach, right?
Yes, I do. A great coach.
She has a new coach, and I'm going to walk her step by step how to build her business. She's been out of the industry for a while, but she's going in these salons, but I'm going to teach her a new way where she don't have to go in these salons and sell her products. She's going to have a whole new platform. Next time y'all have her on this, she's going to be giving y'all her success story because she has ran into the right one this time. Coach Amanda Manigault, y'all. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you, all my guests. Don't forget to comment, leave your questions, share, and I will check out all your questions. I have a Uniqua. You didn't announce who won your cup last week. She didn't announce it, you guys, and I don't know if she's here. So she'll announce it in her live on Thursday night. Thursday night, her topic is Fight for Love. Thursday night, y'all, is Unique, which is called Black Girl Beauty Chitter Chatter, where she talks about different topics that affect the African American community for women and girls and how we can get better. And I come in and I do a little bit of coaching. Unique's been in her business since 2015. I coached her and helped her build her business. And now she's doing her own thing. She has her own talk show called Chitter Chatter. And from time to time, I come on there and I coach when she invites me. She kicks me off the show sometimes too when I get on her nerves. And why is that? Because I don't play when it comes to this business, y'all. She's my daughter and I come straight at her just like I would come at you because it's my job to hold you accountable. So in order for you to be successful, sometimes you need somebody holding you accountable. And that's what I do on her show with Chitter Chatter. Hopefully, when I get to coach you, I can help you build your business because it's about being honest with one another. It's about being honest so we can help each other get better, greater, stronger, and we can grow and be successful. That's what it's about. But again, I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. Next week, my show is about... What is my show about next week? I can't remember, but next week, y'all know I'll be on here Monday. I had a good topic too. Can't think of it. But anyway, I will be on here next Monday night. And give me 1 second. I would like to tell you what the topic is. If I can pull it up. Stephanie, you could say, do you want to say some words to pull this up?
I just wanted to say I really was grateful and thankful for Amanda to invite me to the show. And to everyone who's in the beauty industry, I wish you much success. And I also wish you take heed to everything that Amanda has said tonight and me as well as far as the retirement. So I just want to say, hello and goodbye. But thank you for listening to whatever we said, Thank you.
And Stephanie, I wanted you to talk on something I mentioned to you earlier about being ready, being prepared. You never know when the call is going to come, right?
You never know when the call is going to come. So, um, always be ready. Stay ready. Even though I have retired and have not been in the industry, still be available, be ready, go for it, do your research, and be ready to build. And now that
And go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Now that I'm not in the industry anymore, but I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever Amanda has for me, and to stay ready, stay educated, learn technology, and don't just sit on not doing anything. Even when you're retired, you still need to stay ready, because you never know the next call you're going to get. You never know. It may just be your time to evolve.
And I say that I was trying to force you to speak on that a little bit because everything is about timing, you guys. And when I met her and she and I talked and about, where she was in her career and different things like that, she inspired me. She actually inspired me to talk about this topic. It was on my mind to bring this topic up. But when after having that conversation with her about retiring and her situation with retiring, I thought, you know what? I need to teach our young people this now. I want them to get this now. So I want you to know that you inspired me too. But the reason why I wanted her to bring up or to speak on being ready is because when I called her, she was telling me that what her prayer was. If you don't mind me saying that, I'm sorry. If she was telling me what her prayer was, and I just happened to call her at the right time, right when she already had this on her mind. So what I'm saying to you guys is be prepared, because you don't know what's next. We like to plan everything out, but we don't know what's next. And God has ways of putting all the pieces together for us, even when we're not thinking about it. She wasn't thinking about it. She didn't know I was going to call her and ask her to be a guest on the show. But
No.
look at her. Look how beautiful she is. She was ready and didn't even know it.
Thank you. And what you said, as I woke up this morning, I prayed and I said, God, I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever my vision is now for 2021.
Mm.
I did a vision board, and I said, I'm not, doing hair, but whatever you have for me, now I am ready. And Amanda called me this morning and she asked me to do this show today. So
And I called her this morning because really on my lives on Monday night, I don't really have guests. Every now and then I'll have a guest. Most of the time, my lives, I'm really giving information about my experience. So I could talk all night and all day about my experience. But when I thought about my topic tonight, I said, you know what? We have not because we asked not. So
yeah.
I'm going to call her anyway. And because I thought about her as I was reviewing my information, she came across my spirit. And I said, she said she was going to call me, but I didn't hear from her. But this topic tonight just agrees with the conversation that we was having. So I would like to invite her so she can share her story, because what she shared with me, I felt like was good information for y'all. And I'm all about making sure my audience gets good information. So I just want to thank you for being ready, because if you wasn't ready, you wouldn't have been here tonight. And you was ready when I called you. You answered. You was ready. You responded. And I just want to take the time to thank you for that. And thank you for coming to the show. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to connecting you. I'm going to call you shortly after the show is over if you're still up, and or I can call you tomorrow. And so we can communicate a little bit more. But I just want to say thank you, and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's just a blessing how we met. And
Yes,
thank God
absolutely.
ordered our step, and I'm ready.
Awesome. And I'm here for you, and we're going to get started. And again, you're going to be on here telling your success story soon. But again, thank you. And I'm going to close out in a second, but I appreciate you taking the time to be here with us.
Thank you.
Mhm. And guys, I just wanted to let you know that our topic for next week is 5 ways to stay on top in your industry or your community. You want to be on top. And I will show you 5 ways how to stay on top in your community. But don't forget, Thursday night on Black Girl Beauty Chitter Chatter, Uniqua will be talking about fight for love. There's plenty of us out here fighting for love, y'all. But we will fight for love no more, because she's going to give you some answers. And I'm going to be on there. If she invites me, I think she has me on as a guest. She kicked me off her show last week, you guys. But anyway, I will be on her show as a guest. And I just want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Have a wonderful, and one more thing. Thank you, Lord, for helping us to make it through another week. Got to give God the honor and the praise, because without him, I would not be here right now. Good night, you guys. You have a fantabulous week.